Hi, my name is Gavin Henning, Professor of Higher Education here at New England College, and also President for the Council for the Advancement of Standards in Higher Education, or CAS. In this little mini lecture, I'm going to give you an overview of CAS, tell you a little bit about the history, the vision, the mission, and how you can actually use CAS in your work. CAS was founded in 1979 with the primary goal of figuring out how to assess and how to accredit graduate preparation programs for counselors and also student affairs educators. Out of that conversation came CACREP, which is the organization that accredits counselor education programs. But there still continue to be conversation about how do we assess or accredit student affairs preparation programs. And then there's continued conversation that the focus really should be on self-study, self-assessment, rather than external accreditation. So CAS and those member organizations came together, created a set of professional standards for those student affairs academic preparation programs. After those standards were created, CAS said, we probably should create standards for other functional areas in the field. And so they continue to do that. Today, we have 45 standards for functional areas, as well as self-assessment guides, which are used as worksheets for that self-assessment process. And there are 41 higher education associations that are members of CAS, and those are both in the United States and Canada. And so those member organizations provide two representatives, a primary one and an alternate representative that are part of the council. And those individuals are the ones that help develop and revise the standards. They are the ones that vote on the standards. So it's actually really important to know that this, for a CAS standard, it's actually approved by all of these 41 member organizations. So it really is approved by the field, not just by an individual association. It's also important to note that the standards are really are good practices, not necessarily best practices, and they're designed to be achieved by any program, service, or any institution type. So a large state institution, a small private elite institution, or a very tuition-driven small institution like mine should be able to meet these standards. Our vision is setting the standard for quality in higher education, and our goal really is to how do we help student affairs, co-curricular practitioners develop high-quality programs and services that support student learning and success. And really then our mission revolves around that. So CAS is a consortium of professional associations in higher education who promote the use of their professional standards for the development, assessment, and improvement of quality student learning programs and services. So really our focus is on program services and the learning that comes from that, and not just on the assessment, but also the development of those programs, as well as the improvement of those programs. And CAS can be used for a lot of different things, to design new programs and services, to focus time and energy and resources, so you know what really do you want to start on, to devise staff development. So what are the tools that you need to help students succeed? How can the CAS standards help you think about what are those primary areas to focus on, and then provide staff development around that. Strategic planning, beginning to think through what are the priorities for your organization, for your department, for your program, and how can you set those. How do you create and assess learning outcomes and learning development outcomes for your unit? CAS provides direction around that. And then finally, how to measure program and service effectiveness. But underlying all of these applications, this idea of consensus, the idea of collaboration, the idea of working together both internally and externally to meet the needs of students and to support student learning. CAS as an organization works through collaboration. As I mentioned, it's in a consortium of multiple higher education associations. And then even in the process of developing and revising standards, we work collaboratively and on a consensus model when we come to vote on those the new standards and the revised standards. So our goal really is to be able to provide the best guidance for programs and services for people working in the co-curriculum that helps support student learning and success. Just to let you know, the 10th edition of the CAS Blue Book, the Professional Standards for Higher Education, will be coming out in the spring of 2019, as well as a lot of other resources that we'll be adding to that. So there'll be a lot more tools that you can use for your work. There are a lot of ways actually to get connected with CAS now. We have 2 user groups, one for 2-year college professionals and one for 4-year college professionals. Here are the links here, but you can simply go to Facebook and type in CAS, and that will take you to that. You can follow the CAS Standards Facebook page itself, which is a great way to find out what is new, what's happening, that give you all the new information. Same thing for Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. You'll learn about what's new is coming out. We also have a YouTube channel that provides some other resources down there that you might find useful. And if you have any other questions, visit us at cas.edu. Like I mentioned, the 10th edition of the book is coming out. The 9th edition is currently out. And the self-assessment guides are great tools for do that. You can get those through the website. And we can also use Campus Labs to do program review. And so if you're a Campus Labs member campus, there are tools built right in for you to do that. And then we also have a resource center that provides a lot of resources on how to use CAS, some background on it, a lot of great stuff there. So if you have any questions, check us out. Hopefully it'll be helpful. And if you need anything else, just let us know.